All right, we have here a Permobil M5. That's exactly right, M5. These are impossible to find. There's a lot of M3s, F3s, F5, but the M5s are very hard to find. They're very expensive, so most people don't want to go that far in the price. But this one is fully loaded. It has 85 miles, so it was used for about 4 months. Because if a person uses their chair all month long, they're going to get about 25 miles a month on their chair. So if this chair has 4 or 5 months of usage, it still looks brand new, so it must have been used inside. It is loaded. It has 5 electrical function. It has, now the M5 is the only chair that has the 14-inch seat lift, not 12, but 14-inch seat lift, the electric tilt, the electric recline, and the electric feet. And it also has what's called the anterior tilt, where it tilts you out forward. 5 electrical function. One thing you need to remember about this chair, if you buy this chair, the seat is at 24 inches from the top to the ground when it's all the way down. Cannot change that just because it has an anterior tilt. So you're going to start at 24 inches. So make sure when you order this chair that you can get under your table if you need to get under a table. It might be, you know, an obstacle there, but I cannot change it. It's 24 inches from top of the seat when it's all the way down, okay? So let's talk about the function. So the first function I'm going to show you is the 14-inch seat lift. So the seat lift, you're going to start at 24, and you're going to add 14, so you'll be at 38 inches. By the time you're raised all the way up, the top of the seat will be at 38 inches. That will be the highest. I don't know of anything else that goes up to 14 inches in the wheelchair business. There we go. So now you're at 38 inches. And the thing about this chair, even though you're raised up, it'll still drive at a good speed with the seat elevated. So you can see how fast it drives, and you can see how quiet the chair is. Let's look at the base on this chair. So these are 14-inch non-marking wheels. These are the aggressive tire. What does that mean, aggressive? You can use this chair inside, but it also has the high knobs. They're knobbies. Even the front tires and the back tires, as you can see, they have ridges on them. And the drive tires have about a 1/4-inch knobs all the way around, and the tire's about that wide. So it gives you a little better traction if you're going to be outside. This is called a mid-wheel drive. That means your drive wheels are in the middle. Whenever you have a mid-wheel drive chair, you're always going to have wheels on the ground in front, wheels in the back on the ground to keep the chair from tilting or falling backward or forward. Okay, so now the weight is all distributed evenly. The motors are in the middle, your drive wheels are in the middle. So you can see the actual seat lift, how well built it is. This is your armature. Your actuator for your seat lift is actually right here. You have an anchor point here, and you have another one inside the frame. You have one there, one inside. You have 2 on the opposite side. You have 4 anchor points. This is where you would tie your chair to your lift for transportation, okay, or to your van. Now, folks, remember, this chair weighs 440 pounds, somewhere around there. It takes a special lift if you're going to carry this chair on a lift behind your car. You can't just get any lift. This chair weighs over 440 pounds, okay? So you have a motor for each wheel. You can see the way that's shaped. That's your motor. It starts in the front. It goes this way, and it turns right into the wheel, okay? If I were to put this chair in neutral, what I would do is I would turn the power off, and each motor, you can see there's a cylinder here, there's another one over there, but on top of the motor, you can see this little handle right here. If I push that handle inward, like that, towards the inside, what it does, it unlocks the wheels. You can see the wheel is unlocked right now. If you do both motors, then you can roll the chair around. But when you're done, make sure, do not forget, flip the lever back so you're back in gear, okay? So far, then we're going to turn the power back on. That's it. You want the power off so you have no resistance when you're going to roll it. I'm going to bring the seat back down. Now, while the seat's going down, let's talk about this. This is called a swing away joystick. It swings the joystick away from the front. Okay, so you can bring this chair all the way up to a dining table instead of having to raise the arm like this. If you're right-handed, now everything's set up on the left, so don't get nervous. We can set everything up to the right for if you're right-handed. Okay, So the seat is almost all the way down. There we go. Now the next function I'm going to just call the electric tilt. That's when the base right here goes back. When the base goes back, it's going to take your legs, it's going to take your back because they're all connected together. This is called the electric tilt. All right, the next function I'm going to show you are the electric legs. So these feet or legs, they go up together. They can be adjusted back and forth. We can adjust the distance, okay? So if you're in this chair and you want some good circulation, if you wanted your legs higher than that, if you wanted to go all the way up to here, you'd have to put the seat down and then let them out, then come up, then you can get your legs all the way up to here, okay? So this would give you really good circulation, but if you're halfway tilted, I'm going to bring this seat halfway tilted, and you'll see when I bring the seat halfway down, the legs will go up higher. So now if I bring the legs up, so now they're going to go higher. This is the only model that, I don't know why, you have to start with the seat down, and then you can bring your tilt back up like this, and your legs will be higher. You see what I mean? They're going down a little bit. That's just the way this chair is. But now you can see how they're much higher. I'm going to bring the seat back down, and I'm going to put the seat flat, and I'm going to put the legs flat also. So if I put the seat flat, so this button here, you have to push it twice. Once it goes down, and the second time it goes back up. So if you lay in your chair and you want your feet straight out in front of you, that's what it would look like. And the fourth function is called the electric recline. The electric recline is when your back goes back by itself. So you can see the back going back. That's called the electric recline. So if you wanted to lay down in this chair, we'll see how far down it goes. So it's a full recline. You can see it's almost full, okay? So this is as far as it would go, right there, okay? Now while we have it in this position, let's look at the safety belt. The safety belt is right here. This is a retractable safety belt. So if you have it on your body, and you have it, and you release it, just like your car, it goes back into here. Very nice to have. It doesn't dangle down and get caught up in the wheels or anything. When you go up and down with your seat lip, it's not going to get caught up, because sometimes if the belt is like this and you don't watch it, you can get caught up. And anyway, this is good to have. This is a retractable belt. I'm going to bring this seat back up. I'm going to bring the legs back down, and I'm going to bring the back up. So I'm using two buttons at once here, but if you want to do two of these functions at the same time, you can do it through the joystick with this one knob here only. So if you're outside, make sure you leave your legs extended out a little bit, just like that. That gives you more room. This one here, you're going to have plenty of room because the seat sits so much higher. So remember, the top of this seat is at 24 inches. So do your measurements in your house. Okay? All right, so the next thing I'm going to show you is the arms on this chair. These are 16-inch. They're gel arm. This is all, you can see me pushing the gel in here. Very, very comfortable. This is custom. Gel arms on here. Also with this chair, let's face it this way. The seat is 20 by 20, okay? We can adjust these seats. If it's too big, we can make them smaller, we can make them bigger. You do have your owner's manual and some tools in here. The arms, as I said, do flip up on both sides. You have on this chair also headlights right here. So if I turn them on, you'll see the lights in front. These are factory lights. This is why they're so bright. They're real lights. These are factory lights. And you also have with this chair hazards, as you can see, the hazards. You also have flashers for both sides. So you have flashers, hazards, headlights, you have everything. So while we're out here, let's turn the lights off. Let's talk about the back. This is an attendant control. So this is for someone who can walk behind this chair and drive this chair instead of the driver. To work this operation right here, all you have to do is switch it here. There's a picture of a person standing. There's a picture of a person in the seat in a wheelchair. So the person standing, you want to turn the light to that person, which I just did. And now you can see I'm driving the chair from here. Okay? So, and then when this is switched to here, this will not work. You're not going to have two drivers, okay? So, but when you're done here, you got to switch it back to the front. And now when you switch it back to the front, now you can drive it over here. This is called an attendant control. It can be, if you don't want it, you can put it out of the way like this, or you can remove the whole thing. This is called an attendant control right here, okay? You also have push bars. This is a custom deal here. These are push bars, so instead of pushing on the seat, you can push right on the frame with these push bars. You have a fully adjustable headrest. You can see it's already adjusted kind of funky way right now, but it can be adjusted any position you want. All kinds of position. Okay? Back over here with this chair, you have a power button right in here. You go into this little slot right here and you go up. You can hear me turn it off. All the power has been turned off. So when we ship these chairs, we always turn the power off over here. When you get your chair, before you call me, go over here, turn the power on, go back to your joystick here, and then turn the power back on in front, and you're ready to go. Okay? You can see your anchor points here and here on the back side. These cylinders right here, if I turn this cylinder here, it tilts the arm up. Okay, so that's all it does. This is just to adjust it. It's not to raise the arm, it's just to tilt the arm up and down. All right, so when you charge this chair, one more function I forgot to show you. I'm glad I remembered that. I would hate to do this video again. So you have one more function. It's called the Anterior Tilt. We did the 14-inch seat lift, the electric tilt, the electric recline, the electric feet. Now we've got the Anterior Tilt. So the Anterior Tilt is when the seat goes forward. So let's see if we can do that. Sometimes you have to hit it twice. There we go. So you have about you can see right there, you have a 10% anterior tilt. So it kind of helps you. So if you raise your seat up in the air, let's just raise the seat up just to show you. So if you were sitting in here and you raise your foot plate up and you're tilted and you're raised, you can probably walk right out of this chair. So that's the benefit of an anterior tilt. It kind of gives you that extra push out, okay? So I'm going to bring the seat back down. As you can see it going down. And I'm going to bring the anterior tilt back to flat. You'll see the back going down. Okay, so that's the anterior tilt. All right, so when you charge this chair, you just, like all Permobil, plug it in the bottom here. And as soon as the light goes to full, you're fully charged, the charger will stop charging. You're going to get about 15 miles on a battery charge. Now that 15 miles varies, okay? It all depends how fast you're going, what kind of terrain you're on, the weight of the user, how much of the function you're using. So if you're not getting 14 miles, that's not abnormal. You might get 10, or you might get 18 miles if you go slow and you're in a flat surface. So that's just a good number to give you an indication what the chair will do for you. So this is the M5. This is the only chair that has, well, the F5 also, but the M5, this one here, has the 14-inch seat lift. Also, this chair has the high-speed motors, meaning you can go 7.5 miles an hour with this chair. So not only does it have the 14-inch seat lift, it also has the 7.5 mile an hour speed on this chair. You also have the seat lift, the electric tilt, the electric recline, the electric feet, the anterior tilt. You have the swing-away joystick. You have the gel arms, the retractable safety belt, the full lighting package on the chair. You have the anchor points. You have the aggressive tires all the way around. You have the push bars. You have the attendant control right here, which we covered a few minutes ago. This chair is fully loaded with 5 electrical function. It has 85 miles. It was used for about 4 or 5 months at the most. So if you're looking for the top in speed and height, mid-wheel drive, this is it. So this is the M5 Power Chair, and the top speed on it is about 7 miles an hour. You can see how smooth it is. So smooth. When you let go, it stops automatically. Has no problem going through my grass. So I'm going to elevate the seat so you can see. So the seat is going up right now. So this is the M5 with 85 miles. It has the 14-inch seat lift, the electric tilt, the electric recline, the electric feet. Just a gorgeous power chair. And here we are with the seat elevated all the way up, almost. And now I'm going to drive it with the seat elevated so you can see how well it responds with the seat elevated. So it drives about 2.5 miles an hour so far with the seat elevated. So if you're looking for the top of the line in power chair, 6 wheels on the ground, aggressive tires, retractable belt, swing away joystick, gel arms, just a fully loaded M5. Top speed on this chair is about 6.97 miles an hour. Ready to go.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And my name is Alex.
We are a family-owned business for over 25 years.
We have many products available, not just what you see in this video. If you would like to learn more, you can call the number below at 800-677-6293, or you can visit us directly at www.marksmobility.com.